color. We're doing Custard's Closure because the original one I did was auto-focusing the whole time, and that would distract the fuck out of me, so I'm just gonna redo it. Yeah, so now we're here. So, intro. Well, let me play through it real quick, per usual, that you can kind of see it. I'll break it down, so on and so forth. Alright, intro. There's a couple little fills in there, but the general groove, as you can tell, is that. The heart of the song there, aside from the drums. But they're all kind of working together because it's a song and that's how bands work. But that first little fill is going to be 7, 10, 9. I should probably show the other notes first, but you're going to start on that 7, slide down to the 3. These are both on the 3rd string, and then it's going to be 5 on the bottom string, 4 on the bottom string. So again, it's going to be 7 on the 3rd, 3 on the 3rd, 5 on the bottom or the 4th, 4 on the bottom or the 4th. So that fill kind of jumps in, the first fill jumps in off that 7, so it's going to be, so you're hitting that 7 3 times and then jumping up and grabbing that 10, 9, and then sliding right down to that 3. As usual from there with the 3, the 5, and the 4. The next fill works off the 3, so you're going to kind of chill on that 7 and then slide down to that 3. And again, I think you hit that 3 maybe 4 times, and then it's going to be 3, 5, 7. Fuck. Then the 5 and the 4, business as usual. So I'll play that all through once more. And then we go to the next section, which we'll call section 2. So that's going to be. We only do it once on this one. So there's 2 little fills I like to throw in here. Again, I don't remember exactly where I put these ones on the recording. So that's going to be, I don't think I said that yet in this video. I started recording it and then fucked it up, so I had to redo it. So yeah, these fills, I don't know exactly where they are in the recording. I could be not lazy and listen to it, but it's also a fill, so kind of throw it wherever. Not wherever, but off this riff. So that first one is going to be. That is from that 4, you're going to go 4 on the 3rd, 5, 4 on the bottom string or the 4th string, and then land on the 3 of the 3rd. So. And then slide up to that 7, and there's another little fill I like to do, but again, on the first time, we only do section 2 once. So it's. I just like to slide up to that 15 at the end and grab that. It's a nice little change. Use your ears, listen to the song, but like I said, play with it. If you're watching this, you're probably going to be the bassist, or you're just someone who wants to play bass to this song. In that case, do whatever the fuck you want. Then we go to the verse. The verse, very similar to that intro riff, slight little variations. I like to think of it as a sandwich. That's weird right now. That will make sense in a second. So this riff is bread. So it's going to be 7, 3, 5. And you stay on that 5. And then the 2 middle riffs, let's call it the bologna and the cheese, or the salami and whatever you're into. Put whatever respective lunch meat or cheese in there. So that's going to be 7, 10, 3, 5, 4. Again, 7, 3, This is played pretty straight. You know, if you want to throw a little fill that sounds good and isn't shitty in here, go for it. But it's very important that that steady fucking groove is there, so that. Yeah, so the first part is 7, 3, 5, stay on the 5. The two middle parts, it's going to be 7, 3, 5, 4, 7, 3, 5, 4. And then the last one before we go into the chorus is, we go back into that section 2. 7, 3, 5, stay on the 5. That's why I call it a little verse sandwich. Alright. Then we go to the bridge. I'm pretty sure I threw the two fills in here if I remember correctly. So the first one should be. Oh, right, no, I don't do the second, so there. So the same thing, it's that 3, 5, 4, or 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 7. And then the second time I just played the 4 and the 3 straight, so. And then the last couple of notes where that 7 usually is, I just slide right up to that 15. So I'll play that through. Back into the verse. The second verse, we do it 2 times. Those time modes, and it's going to be 7, 3, 5, 4, 7, 3, 5, 4, both times. But the groove changes a little bit. It's a little more Gavin dance-y, if you will. So it's kind of like. Same notes, just play along to it, get a feel for it. Go figure it out. Then we go back to the bridge. This one at the very end, same but different. So hit that. And on the second time, it's very important you kind of just chill on this 7, because that's when we transition to the. Down, and then when we jump back into it, let her come back up. So that's going to be. Very simple. You're literally only playing 2 notes. So it's going to be 7 on the 3rd and 5 on the 3rd. The first iteration, and technically the 3rd, because it kind of alternates, is. 7, 7, 7, slide 5. And then the second one, instead of sliding, you're just going to jump to it. So 7, 7, 7, 5, 7, 7, 7, slide 5, 7, 7. And then on the last one, it's going to be, you slide up to this 12. So. Oh no, I'm wrong. That's it. My bad. You stay on that 7, so. Then you slide into 12. So that whole section is going to be. And then that 12-12 is kind of a different section, but just so you can get a feel for how it comes out of it. That next section is this. Second to last, I guess. I don't know. On here, it's labeled outro. I don't have the sections like 1, 2, 3, 4, but you'll be able to figure out. It's the 12, 12, 12, 12 part. So you're gonna go 12 on the third, 12 on the bottom, 12 on the third, 12 on the bottom, and then it's gonna be 12, 12, 11 on the bottom. Is it 9 or 8? I fucked that up. But it's 12, 12, 11, 9 on the third, 11, 9, 11 on the, oh, I said 9 on the, it's 9 on the fourth or the bottom, and then 11 on the third. So it's time there's just a slight little variation in the picking pattern, because that's when we go back to the so on the outro we do it 6 times, and then on the 4th time there's just a little, we all kind of do something different. On the bass you're just gonna slide that bitch on down towards the nut. So it's gonna be slide it right up to the 12, as I just did. See? Well, that's the song, folks. I'm going to play through it so you can get a vibe. I might have time. It's going to be close. I might have time to do Harbor real quick before I got to go to work. Save that for a separate video so this doesn't turn out to be like a fucking hour-long thing. Thanks for watching. Don't fuck it up.